Disney used to take such interesting approaches on stories, and when it came to trilogies or even solo movies, some were extremely interesting. Nowadays, they're more focused on making it a big fat stack of cash, copying tactics and pasting them onto their franchises, only to pathetically watch it fall to the ground. Live action remakes have been really good examples. Marvel has been very inconsistent recently, and Star Wars just doesn't know what to do with its infinite universe. At best, it's filled with action that you can turn your brain off to. At worst, it's embarrassing to see a company this big not want to try and bring something new and fresh to the table. And don't give me that, ooh, he throws a blaster shot. His lightsaber looks different. She can lift a bunch of rocks with one hand. She has to be the most powerful person in the world. A lot of these moments are scattered across the galaxy, only to have barely or no answers at all to the questions that many fans had. My biggest and most important question of all, though, is why the hell did you waste my boy Finn? You see what the title says. No one has ever fumbled the bag this hard than Star Wars did when considering how to make Finn an interesting and unique character. Well,
you are my queen. I don't know what else I can say.
The first ever teaser trailer even shows Finn as a stormtrooper without his helmet. The only time we ever saw this was when Luke did it back in episode 4 and he wasn't even a stormtrooper.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
Huh?
Hearing about stormtroopers removing their helmets was extremely unheard of, as well as a stormtrooper that wanted to leave the First Order or Empire. The tragic moments that Finn experienced during his first encounter shows how human he is and how caring he is to innocent people. We barely saw this kind of stuff during the Star Wars trilogies. So when Marvel, ABC, my bad, Disney didn't expand on this, it left a bad taste in my mouth and in everybody else's. Another thing that bothered me is the immediate 180 that Finn's character has when it comes to the First Order troopers. Why is he so quick to start mowing them down like he didn't have at least one interaction with them during his time there? I mean, we saw one of these troopers reach out to him while they were dying. Why is this the only sort of interaction that he has that doesn't involve bodily harm? He could have had a huge issue killing other troopers through the entirety of this movie because they were people that he knew outside of the orders that he was given. He could have had a love interest there, maybe a best friend, hell, just maybe an officer that really respected him and that he respected in return. The idea that he could just jump ship 1 minute, then turn right around and fire onto the people that he's worked with without any interesting development or climactic turning point within the movie is misunderstanding at best and insanity at worst. Characters don't just turn on a whim unless this was their whole motive to begin with. Some backstabbing stuff like Han did in Frozen. And we all know this wasn't his intention in the first place. He wasn't wanting to kill people in battle. He was traumatized by it. He didn't want to fight anybody. He wanted to run away. He was scared. But my opinion on this character's idea is this. If you are going to instill fear, why not give him something more than just, oh my god, Rey, to gain courage? Why not give him a better reason to stay and help the resistance by, I don't know, helping the troopers that are in the First Order that he's connected to? There could have been a small squadron of friends that he grew a close connection to, friends that he grew an attachment to amidst all this torment. He spends his whole time with Leia expressing his absolute need to save the small group of troopers, only to find out at the end of the first film that Kylo or Snoke has warped their minds to find this traitor, thus turning them into something different. I know that the Knights of Ren are all part of a different kind of storyline and religious belief, but what if one of these troopers turned into a Knight of Ren, being able to touch the shadow after he sided with Kylo, just for Finn to try and show him the right path in the final movie? The reason why I'm thinking of this idea for a story is because Finn himself has shown to wield the Force. He was able to hold a lightsaber since Kylo at different moments, and there's this theory that he was able to thwart Kylo's mind in the first scene of the first movie. If that's the case, then Finn should have also been training to control and achieve new powers to save his friends, and try to save the ones that are also under Kylo and Snoke's control, rather than turning Finn into just some "I'm with the Resistance, I'm here to kill every trooper, and if I don't do that, I just scream."
Ray.
I never told you
My queen.
And not do too much, except try and sacrifice myself and have that moment taken away from me by someone that thought that this moment was the best thing to do, while my friends and soldiers get absolutely eviscerated by the machine right next to us that I was trying to destroy in the first place.
I saved you. That's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate. Saving what we love.
What in the actual? The moral of the story is they need to stop being afraid of expanding nuance of these different styles. I wanted to see Finn grow into something more, become a more powerful leader that can take over Leia's throne, give Leia a freaking rest, give Poe the chance to take Han's place as the pilot, give Rey the chance to supersede Luke. For God's sakes, we could have had that. That would have been a great way to pass on the torch to these new up-and-comers, only for him to be thrown into the face of all of the fans that were looking for something like that and giving us one person that can do everything while everyone else is her hype man. That being said, thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked it. If you did, please do leave a like, subscribe, follow the socials that I have, comment on what I should talk about next, and I hope you have a wonderful day.